محمد
يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا نبي الله محمد.
And the moon, so that the time so that you people can know and others see how to calculate years while himself and how to do calculation. So that is astronomical calculation. So our calculation that is specific to the reading of the moon or the reading of the sun is astronomical calculation. Aha. Ashamsu wal Qamaru bihusban. So both the sun and the moon are regulated by calculation. So that is astronomical calculation, and so on. So moon sets, the moon sets. So for example, if you get the data, there is a software for calculating moon rise and moon sets. If you are able to calculate it, or the data gives you that the moon is going to set at 7:12 p.m. 7:12 p.m. If someone says he sights that moon at 7:30 p.m., the person is lying. Because the moon is sighted, is not there. So the moon sets, the sun rises. So if it says that the moon is going to set at 7:12 p.m., so once it is 7:12 p.m., nobody should claim that he sighted the moon at 7:30 p.m. That is one way of validating false sighting. But even people validating them, do they know about the moon facts? They don't know anything about data. So if someone says he sights the moon, we have a lot of questions I will ask him. So the moon rises and the moon sets, and there is importance of that. Yeah. Sometimes the moon rises. Sometimes the moon rises in the afternoon. Sometimes the moon rises in the afternoon. Sometimes it rises around 5 p.m. So there is time for moonrise and there is time for moon set. So it is the moon set that enables us to calculate what is called moon lag, because the moon lag is the difference between sunset and moon set. So if it is negative, no moon, no sighting can be claimed. So we can go to the next one, which is okay. Moon set, I mean. Okay, this one is moonrise. The moonrise is defined as the rising of the moon that will allow visibility. So if the moon rises, you will see it. If it sets, you cannot see it again. Haven't you watched the moon? A new crescent does not stay long. And even if the moon is full, at a particular time, you will not see it again. Maybe after like third day, the moon has appeared, it is big. Maybe it will just stay for like 2 hours or 3 hours. After then, you will not see it again. A full moon rises late. A full moon doesn't rise at sunset. It rises around Isha or after Isha, sometimes around 9 p.m. That is when you see new full moon coming out. So it means it is rising and it also sets. Okay. So I said moon set refers to the setting of the moon just as the sun sets. So moon lag. This is calculated as the difference between the sunset and the moon set. So if the sun sets at 6:30 and the moon sets at 6:40, what is the moon lag? Pardon? 6:30. Then the moon sets at 6:40. What is the moon lag? Plus 10. If the sun sets at 6:30 and the moon sets at 6:25, what is the moon lag? Minus 5. Anytime you are seeing negative, just know that nothing like crescent being sighted. So astronomical data will tell you that the moon is negative, and they will claim it is sighted. So there is penal declaration, but many years ago, that says that any moon sighted that contradicts astronomical fact should be rejected. And that is where we will stand. So nobody can tell us to end to start Ramadan. I'm not talking for another person. Nobody in this world can tell me to start Ramadan tomorrow. That I will listen if it contradicts astronomical fact. That was what I went to study in school. So why we does it mean that those years I've wasted? As a scientist, you need to stand on what you know. So any moon sighting that contradicts astronomical calculations should be rejected. That is the Penang Declaration. And that's Penang Declaration. So it is a worldwide agreement. And there is another one. That one was enacted in Nigeria by the National Moon Sighting Committee, maybe in 2003 or 2000, and I can't really remember. So that moon sight is technology and astronomical calculation should be used as a complementary means to the sighting to validate the sighting in Nigeria. So when someone says he sighted the moon, we said we want to use astronomical calculation as a complementary means. So why will you now drop astronomy to validate that sighting? Geocentric moon illumination. It is the illumination of the moon as observed from the center of the earth. That is why we are using geocentric. If we use topocentric, it means from a specific point on the earth's surface, not exactly the middle of the earth. So not exactly the center of the earth, because geo means earth, centric, center. Very simple. So fast moon. Moon motion of the moon. The moon performs two motions. I was talking about natural factors the other time. Natural factors affecting crescent visibility. Humidity is H and visibility is V. It means that humidity is inversely proportional to visibility. So your H will be inversely proportional to 1 over V. So it means that the higher the humidity, the lower the visibility. So, and the lower the humidity, the higher the visibility. So that is why if there is cloudy weather, you cannot sight the moon. If it is raining, you cannot sight the moon. So someone cannot come and tell me now that I saw the moon when I was in the rain. It's not possible. You cannot sight moon when it is raining, and you cannot sight moon in the afternoon. You cannot sight moon before sunset. So that is weather condition. There is another condition which is the motion of the moon. So for you to sight, even if other factors, if they are okay, the illumination is high, the age is high, maybe like 17, 18 hours. But it depends on the type of action, motion of the moon. There are two motions of the moon, the fast motion and the slow motion. So what is fast motion and what is slow motion? So the motion is described to be faster if it is on the perigee. So the perigee and the apogee describes the motion of the moon. So perigee, it means that the moon is closer to the earth. The moon is closer to the earth. So if the moon is undergoing fast motion, the crescent would be easily sighted because it is closer to us. It is not far away. But if it is undergoing apogee, it means that the moon is far away from us, and the visibility will be long, will be delayed before it would reach. It will take like 23 hours. So 23 hours you will not see it that day. The second day it will appear. So 23 plus 24. 24 hours makes a day. So 23 plus 24, that is how many hours? 47 hours. So because the age of the moon is 47 hours, the moon will appear very big. It doesn't mean that moon is 2 days moon or 3 days. It is still for that night you saw it. There is a hadith backing for that. No time to quote, but you read it in the book I'm going to give you. So fast motion, slow motion, we've talked about that one. Okay. Another thing is dungeon effect. Do you know what is dungeon effect? Very simple. Yeah, the moon is a dry land. And it has its own environment. It is a land that does not have water. It has craters. What causes those craters? What causes those craters? Yeah. The moon. Is it a star? Is it a star or a planet? Star-like. Satellite. Very good. The moon is a satellite. But because it's a satellite, it has so many benefits it is serving us. Some meteors. We call it meteors if it is still in the space. But if it enters the Earth's atmosphere, it becomes meteorite because it solidifies. So some meteors are so big. Some are bigger than the moon. Some meteors are bigger than the moon. And some are as big as mountains. I want to explain what causes craters in the moon. So, because those meteors that are very big, when they are falling, Allah has described them. He quoted it then that inna zayyana as-samaa ad-dunya bimasabiha wa ja'alnaha rujuman lish-shayatin. So both meteors and asteroids, they describe them as shooting stars. They come as they solidify. But asteroid is meteor is a little bit different from asteroid. But let us be specific about asteroids. Some asteroids are so big. So when they are falling, if they hit the earth, they will change the movement of the earth, and everybody on the earth can die. Yeah, because the earth is revolving, it is rotating on a just course. So it will, in fact, it can cause overflowing of the ocean. Yeah. Well, though some meteors succeed from time to time in landing on the earth. They go into the earth and they cause craters too on earth. There is one in Ghana, cause craters. But if those big asteroids are coming, instead of hitting the earth, it is the satellite they are going to hit. They will hit the moon, and the moon will change their orientation. So let's say this is the moon. The asteroid is coming. This is the earth. The asteroid is coming and the moon is in this position. So when it is coming, instead of landing on the earth to hit the moon, and it change its orientation. So because it has hit the moon, it will cause craters. And those craters will also, it will dip and other side will come out. That one will now lead to mountain. There will be mountain formation. No time I would have shown you how the moon looks like. So there will be mountain formation. So there are mountain formation as we have Olumoro, Everest Mountain. There are also those things in the moon too. So sometimes instead of sighting the moon, the mountains will be blocking the reflection. So the mountains will be blocking the reflection, and you will not be able to see the reflection of light. So if that one is occurring, it is called dungeon effect. And it will prevent you from sighting the moon. So those are one of those natural factors I said I was going to explain. So another thing is I should explain is geocentric moon distance. Geocentric moon distance is simply defined as the distance of the moon from the center of the earth. So if you go and read moon profile, you get geocentric distance. So, crescent visibility curve. Crescent visibility curve helps in knowing which areas the moon is going to be sighted. And it is this crescent visibility curves that will sometimes tell us that the moon will be sighted in Lagos, but it will not get to the north. You cannot see it in the north because you watch the curve. Places that are green. Places that are green are those places you are going to sight it. Places that are red, no chances of sighting. So this is an example of a visibility curve. So all these places that are green shows that the moon is going to appear here. When you see green, it means it is easily visible. So it is showing where the moon is following. So if the moon only stops at Lagos, it means that there will not sight crescent in the north. But if it extends to the north, it means that you will have better chances of sighting in the north. Yes, our own problem in Lagos is humidity because you are close to the Atlantic Ocean. And that's the formula. The higher the humidity, the lower the visibility. Yeah, yeah, we need telescope and we need astronomical and with accurate times, you can simply calculate. You can draw your visibility curve. For example, the day of conjunction. That is the day when you cannot sight the moon. So we can draw crescent visibility curve. So let me draw now. So if you want it, it is drawing the visibility. It is drawing the visibility curve for you. So yeah. So in this curve, in this visibility curve now, the key says that red means impossible. So areas around Australia and so on, they cannot sight the moon. White, no color means not possible for you to sight the moon. Even in Saudi, it's not possible. So, but let us look at 4th of June. There are some of us celebrated it, and I'm one of them. Yeah, you need to declare your position. So if people will like you, they will like you. If they don't like, I'm not imam of any mosque, so I'm not. So this is it. The green, most accurate day for you to sight the moon. In conclusion, what are we saying? What we are saying is that we should embrace science and technology because the scientists are saying the same things. Sorry, the scientists are saying the same thing every time. The Muslim scholars are not saying the same thing most time. The scientists are saying the same thing every time. The Muslim scholars are not saying the same thing most time. Yeah, because they are using different means to calculate. Some are using hisab. If you use hisab, you get time of new moon. Your time will be different from someone that is using sand. Your time will be different from the Muslim scholar that is using spirit. You say, my spirit tells me. I've met all of them. Some will say, if Shaban is 29, Ramadan must be 30. That's why you see some people that Kini Shaban why will you be asking me with Kini Shaban? Shaban can be 29, Ramadan can be 29, Shawwal can also be 29. In fact, you have more scientifically you have more of 30 days than 29 days. So it is wrong for you to say if Muharram is 29, Safar will be 30, the next one will be 29, and that is what some people are using to do calendar. So scholars of calendar too, they are misleading us. But the scientists, they are telling you the same thing every time, that the moon will be born at so time, and it will appear as this time. Go and ask another scientist, they will tell you the same thing. I have been writing this since 10 years now, and I sent to people. Yeah, every month, moonsighting.com will release visibility curve, and I've been following them for like 10 years now. So they are there telling you, even this one, they said moon was not sighted anywhere in the world, including Saudi Arabia. Your own day is another day in Polynesian Island. Why? Because we would have entered the second day. We would have even want to finish that second day before they now come into that day. Your own Tuesday is our own Monday. So that is why that is why, since we cannot reach out to a lot of people, but we believe through sensitization, through educating people with seminars like this, we make people understand what it is. It is necessary for us to have this knowledge so that it can guide us in what is compulsory. And what is compulsory? Citing the crescent so that we can start Ramadan. So, may Allah continue to guide us and protect us. Jazakumullah khairan for coming. So, our assessment question was supposed to be 5 minutes.
We find that a Muslim post said June, I think the Wednesday is the 8th. Unfortunately, even till the morning, till around 4 a.m. of Tuesday, it's still saying Wednesday. Until after Fajr, he updated itself to Tuesday. So, and that is scientific.
That's not scientific.
Okay, for
That's an
except
application.
please, that is for majorly
They
layman.
updated it because of the Saudi.
Okay, that is one. Okay, I think also like the lecturer just gave us. He talked about the calendar, that we use the calendar, the calculation to fix calendar. We also use to fix our events. That same thing affected the calendar. And as at now, I think you need to give us
I have my own
more.
calendar.
So
And
please,
today is my ninth, not 10th. 9th of Shawwal. Not 10th. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today is my own ninth. I also do calendar, and I have my own scientific basis for doing calendar. Before I can do calendar, I consider three factors. Number one, the illumination must be up to 1 or greater than 1. Number two, the age of the moon must be equal to or must be greater than or equal to 17 hours. Number three, the visibility report must say that it is possible to sight the crescent. So those are the things I look for every month to come out with my own calendar. So my own calendar will be different from 29:30, 29:30. Because that one is just permutation. It's just like you are playing with your brain. Gambling 29:30, 29:30. It is not scientific.
declaration
Okay.
for this year.
Okay.
I think we
We
need
talk
to help us.
to the leaders.
Because they are the one, they are not also they are the one that misled us, but indeed,
You can see
we get all those
Yeah.
information
Yeah.
from, let us wait for the
Yes.
Moonsighting Committee, and
They are
Moonsighting
doing-
Committee gave us the approval.
The committee are doing well. Both Lagos State Moonsighting Committee, they are doing well. NMSC, National Moonsighting Committee, they are doing very well. But when you have people that you've made effort and they just throw away all the things that you've done. So ordinarily, people like us should have resigned and we should not even bother ourselves because why are you disturbing us? Sir, yeah. So, and you cannot change what is on ground. So that's why we cannot do something like this. We cannot do it publicly so that they will not say we want to insult the Sultan or we want to speak against the Sultan or the leaders of the Muslims. So before I start sending you venue, it was yesterday evening or yesterday morning. So nobody knew where we were going to use. Because this program I planned it when I was in Egypt, not because of Sultan. So some people are thinking, yes, and we've created the group. So some people are saying, very good. They want to go and condemn the Sultan because they said the moon was not accurate. They now organize a conference and training in order to speak against. We have been planning this one even before Ramadan.
I must say you've done well.
I too.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to reward you abundantly.
I too. Just go and look for money for us.
Now, but more sincerely, I think the Sultanate Council, they've saddled you guys with the responsibility of, I mean the committee, the moon sighting committee with the responsibility of searching for the moon and giving them the accurate things. So I think if they have done that, there should be an agreement, a memorandum of understanding between the committee and the Sultanate Council. This is more sincere. There should be a memorandum of understanding that since you are saddling us with this responsibility, anything we are giving you as a report should be the final say.
They should have the right, to expose
exactly.
It.
So and it should not be. It should not be you just giving it direct to the council. And your report should be, once you've gotten the report, then just post it to Twitter, Facebook, things like that. So this is a digital age. Wallahi, most sincerely, personally, most sincerely, wallahi, I was so disturbed. Wallahi, I was so disturbed. But we have nothing to say. They are our leaders.
No problem.
That's just the
And we
fact.
can choose to follow, and we can choose not to follow.
We can choose to follow, but I think if we should put that in place, it will help us a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much. Your question is fine, very good, but it is difficult. The National Moon Sighting Committee is handicapped. So they can't go beyond their limit. So it is when our leaders, let's say the League of Imams and Alfas, they are the ones that can protest that they should give the National Moon Sighting Committee power. My own opinion is that announcing the moon should not be in the Sultanate Council. It is not Sultan that should be telling us when to fast. Let those National Moon Sighting Committee that are scientists and people of knowledge, they should be the one telling us when to announce, because in Al-Ashimawi, it is said that Jama'atun Mustafidatun are the ones that are to give us reports. Jama'atun Mustafidatun, and a committee that is working. So those are the ones. In which country will you find the Sultan declaring Ramadan? You cannot find anywhere. They have a committee specified for that. So that is what we need here. So we are talking to our leaders now. They are the ones that are going to write petition and letters that this is what we want. But now people don't want to live.
Let all of us recite Surah Al-Fatiha for the Al-Irfan Center, the organizers of this very unique seminar. May Almighty Allah be with you. May Almighty Allah protect you. Bijay Fatiha. One of my comments is that my dear Sheikh, inshallah. So we have a senior scholar from Lagos State here, Sheikh Imam Abdul Ghani Sadiq. I just want you to hear what I am saying. What Uncle Nurudeen Ibrahim is doing is part of our work at Council of Chief Imam and Alfas, because this seminar is not supposed to be all the participants that I am seeing here. So you are not number one in this seminar. So you are number 4 or number 5, but it's the seminar of our imams. We imam we are in need of this seminar first, because we are the one that people are expecting us to speak. This work that we are going to do together, I really appreciate all what we are doing. I am telling my sheikh that, in short, we need somebody like you, not that anything in Lagos State, because all this work that we are doing personally from your own pocket, may Almighty Allah enrich you. May Almighty Allah be with you. But I am using this medium opportunity to tell you that, inshallah, please just give us a very short time. We are going to work together. So we are going to deliver. Because all these things that you are saying, I didn't have any, really, I am part of Moon Sighting Committee in Lagos State, but I don't have all this experience. So we need you more than anything. I am just appealing to you that in Hausa, there is one adage that Hausa people are saying, komai nisan dare gari zai waye wata rana. So, inshallah, I just want you to help me translate and explain this adage to Nurudeen Ibrahim every time that we are together, so that he continue carrying what he is doing. And secondly, I can't explain this adage for my people because I said already that this seminar supposed to belong to we Alfas. So don't worry, I will not explain the adage for.
Kudos to all of you. Thank you. Jazakumullahu khairal jazak.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. الفاتحة.
يا حبيب الله يا نبي الله محمد